Good day, Mr. Elizer de la Puerta. My name is JUSTINE VILLEGAS, Humanity and Social Sciences Trans, Section A, student in Bitoon National Vocational High School, or BNBHS. And now, I'm going to read the first question of Ang Huling Il Bimbo, the musical. So the first question I choose is the number 1. Question number 1. What do you think is the most heartbreaking scene in the musical you watch and why? My answer to this question is Ang Huling El Bimbo, the musical, is a story that will leave you with mixed emotion because of the cast's journey, particularly Joy's life. As I watched the show, I felt hurt, sad, and disappointed all at once. The most heartbreaking scene in the show was when Joy's male friend pretended to be blind and pretended that they don't know what happened to Joy and felt awkward when they saw her. Joy found a best friend, a brother, and a lover among the three of them, Ammon, Anthony, and Hector. They had so much freedom to dream when they were young, fearless and innocent. Before the graduation happened, they decided to go on a road trip. And an unfortunate event happened to them. They were attacked by thugs who caused Joy to get raped. All of them got traumatized by what happened. And that incident made their lives, Ammon, Hector, and Anthony, lead with guilt and regret because they weren't able to help Joy during that incident. It's heartbreaking to me because despite everything that happened to them, Joy's character in the play explicitly states that she didn't blame any of her friends. She even fought back against their former relationship. The love of a true friend is unlike any other because despite what has happened to her, she maintains a positive attitude and behavior toward her male friends. And what's sad is that no matter how you show greatness to others, even if you don't blame them for what happened to you, guilt can change someone from someone you know to someone you wouldn't expect them to be. A true friend is someone who has your back no matter what, and that's what Joy is giving them. However, in life, we are constantly confronted with situations that cause us to feel guilty and regretful, to the point where our perspective shifts to let go of this. Let us use our mistakes as a learning experience and to try to forgive ourselves. This heartbreaking story revealed an unsettling truth. And the next question that I choose is question number 5. Question number 5. Explain the line Joy said, kailangan nating mabuhay kahit patapon. The line that Joy said, kailangan nating mabuhay kahit patapon, Joy is very strong woman even in the hardship she faced. She still wants to live without fear to be strong, not only for herself but for the person she loves, and also for her friends, Ammon, Hector, and Anthony, are friends of Joy. She adored the friendship they had. Even they broke their promise. Even if they turned her down, she didn't give up on their friendship. Tia Deli, the owner of the three young men's favorite dinner, which is To Young's, they met up Joy when one their military trainings when their commandant Arturo Banlaw introduced her to the platoon and asked them to buy the snacks she had been selling. Joy eventually growing to be more than just friends with Hector. She eagerly supported Ammon with his own romantic pursuit and fully accepted Anthony's sexual orientation with no reservations. Before the graduation, they were on the final joyride. Before they had to eventually part ways, but when conspired soon thereafter, they vowed to keep under the covers necessarily, putting an end to their 4 years long friendship. Not long after that, three had left university. Toyang had to convert into a KTV bar. This left Joy with much spite, involving into illegal activities because of Mr. Monroe. In the other hand, Emma, Hector, and Anthony, caught in their own dysfunctional relationship, they had grown into lives as chaotic. Disturbed by the violence they experienced, but helpless to have prevent it, they decide to do nothing and forget the whole incident, agreeing Joy is strong. All three repudiate Joy is in their graduation ceremony, the end of their youth, and the helpful view of life that they shared with Joy. They bury the past and Joy along with it so they can live that lives they had planned. So the next question is question number 6, the last question. State your greatest takeaway or a moral lesson you learned after watching the show. The most important moral lesson I've learned from watching the show is do not trust your friend right away, even if you are called to be close friends, because you will regret it. Joy, the young girl who helps her aunt earn a living with while she dreams of finishing high school, is the have not to her three middle class friends, Anthony, Eman, and Hector, who are driven by their pretty bourgeois ambitions. When they were confronted with violence, these relationships were shattered. A group of men ambushes them and rapes Joy in the middle of their innocent celebration of friendship. All three are disturbed by the violence they witnessed, they witnessed but powerless to stop it. They decide to do nothing and forget about the whole thing. They agree to renounce Joy at their graduation ceremony. There marks the end of their youth and the optimistic outlook on life that they shared with Joy. They bury the past as well as Joy so that they can lead the lives that they had planned. The, they are good guys and yet are still complicit. This shows how violence against women operates in a way that is subtle and insidious. A conversation with a friend led me to realize that the character of Emma, Hector, and Anthony reflect expectation of men. Boys will be boys. Their, in, their inaction and silence reveal that men treat sexual violence as a tribal issue. Perhaps the most problematic part of the narrative is the ending. Joy ends up dead in the street and with her disappears and any change for redemption. A friend observes that in the last scene, the three men are depicted as saviors of Ligaya, Joy's daughter. It is shown that through their help, Ligaya can do what her mother could not, which is reach for the stars. It implied that the man can still save Joy by saving Ligaya, who they probably see as mother's second Joy. Before I end this paragraph, I just want to leave a quote. If there's a thing I've learned in my life, it's to not be afraid of the responsibilities that comes with caring for other people. And that would be all. Thank you.